Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Thank you for joining me today. I know I said a few times that I wasn't going to make any videos until I actually was on the road, just because I was concerned that there was going to be mess or we'll run out of time or whatever. But I'm taking a break. I was doing some maintenance on my wife's ice vehicle and checking fluids, stuff like that, making sure oil's in there, transmission fluid. And I just topped off the wiper fluid because I'm pretty sure we're going to hit bug storms or us heading east. So what I wanted to basically show you guys was just kind of an update as to what's happening. I don't know if I've ever let you guys into my garage before, but well, here it is. I'm going to just do a 360 for you guys. Some of my theatrical stuff there, the lights, and there used to be a fog machine. I did sell the fog machine, but all of my controlled lights, computer controlled lights, speakers, tools, boxes, stuff like that. Then there's the Smith machine here and the bench that's back there. That's all going. Washer and dryer are going. All of this that's already packed is going. I am actually working on these two shelves right now. The filing cabinet's going, and then just whatever we can take. A lot of the stuff is trash. It's just kind of been collecting there for a few years, so I'm going to take care of it. Got a bunch of these vacuum sealed bags. I got one to seal up, but the other ones are doing pretty well down there, so those are good. 2 closets worth of stuff here, and a bunch of boxes from the bedrooms and whatnot, and also our dog's crate, and then of course my studio speakers. So there's a lot of stuff in here that's going to go. Of course, there's still boxes inside the house that are coming out. And I thought, before the heat really got cranking, I thought that I was going to climb up there and get most, if not all of that stuff down. But I think I'm just going to ask the guys that are coming tomorrow to move us, because the movers will be here tomorrow between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. And I figured I'd ask them to just, pick somebody that's got muscles and energy to grab that stuff down. Most of it's in boxes, decorations. There's some seasonal stuff up there, as well as pots, pans, a few other things that we don't use every day. But anyway, they're going to come tomorrow, and they are going to pick up both sites. I do feel the need to mention that. I'm going to get permission from them tomorrow to mention their name, because I don't want to get in trouble by any means. They've been so far a really great company. And actually, you know what? I don't care. I'll mention them anyway, because I'm just that kind of guy. And I think some free advertising for them. They obviously didn't sponsor this move or anything. But the name of the company is Presto Logistics out of Simi Valley, California. And they've just been really great about the whole process. They assigned me a dedicated person to work with, which is nice. When we moved into this house, I dealt with 6 or 7 people, and every time I had to kind of rehash the same story, and I just got sick of it. Then the move happened, and of course, things were complicated. But, this guy did a FaceTime walk through the house, and even in here, I pointed up the attic and mentioned that there's like 15 to 20 boxes up there, blah, blah, blah. He did all the math kind of on paper. He saw what we were moving. And then I said at the very end, right at the end, when he said, okay, I'll get a quote to you this afternoon, I said, but wait, there's more. And I told him, I said, so I have a, 400 to 500 square foot office that's 3 miles down the road. And he said, no problem. Let me add that down. And surprisingly, the price didn't change. So have mercy to these guys. I feel like, they're taking care of us, and I feel like this is going to be a decent move. So, but we'll see tomorrow how the load goes. And I did get a confirmation yesterday that they're coming between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. and they're going to bring a 26-foot truck. So I immediately put up a flare. I'm like, hey, I don't know if a 26-foot truck is going to fit all this stuff. I mean, we don't have any large furniture, and even, those shelves, they break down into the pipes in the shelves. So it doesn't take up a lot of real estate, or they could just put them in a truck like that and then just put stuff on them and strap it down, I guess. But the guy said, "Oh no, you're local to us." And I'm like, "Local? Simi Valley's like, 30, 40 miles away." He's like, "Oh no, that's our local. You're considered local. So if anything happens where, the truck doesn't fit or something breaks or blah, 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 and we need to fix it, they'll just drive out another truck." And I'm thinking to myself, wow, that's really decent, because I thought, whatever didn't fit essentially ended up in the bin, so that's not the case. But I'm kind of, relieved, at least feel a little bit better about it. So I guess I'll just walk you guys around a little bit to show you some things. I'll start off with the back of the car. So like I said, we're taking my wife's RAV4. It is a 2017. It has just over 20,000 miles on it, so it's 5 years old. It's almost paid off, and it almost it literally has the same amount of miles that my 15-month-old Bolt EV had, which, sad to say, used to be parked right here. So I am emotional about that, so I don't want to get into that before So anyway, I'm getting the car all decked out. I put the dash cam in, the iPad holder. I put the OBD2 reader in, and I'm going to essentially design a dashboard like I had in the Bolt EV, but I'll do one for this vehicle specifically. That way I can see transmission temps and engine temps and all that stuff. Whatever sensors this car has, I'll be tapped into. I wanted to show you guys this little gem right here. It is a hitch that's specifically for this make and model, and I guess that could go in many ways. I guess what I'm trying to say is that this hitch can be installed on more than one vehicle, but they scoped it out and they had it ordered, and as luck would have it, the first one that they ordered got lost in FedEx, so they had another one overnighted, and we had it installed. Wasn't that expensive. I think the whole thing was $400 with installation and everything, and the hitch and the pin and the little cotter pin that's there, I think, was another $128. So I think for $600 we got a hitch installed, and I jumped on it a few times, like, with my weight, and at least it held 300 pounds. So there's that. I did just top off the fluids, so I'm going to close this here in a second, but I'll show you guys at least my home for the last time, because this is it. Tomorrow we're out. So, and if you're in the LA area and you're interested, here's my agent. He's a really cool dude. Give him a call. So, as you guys know, the house is furnished with 27 solar panels, which generate 1,500 kilowatt hours monthly, which is pretty impressive if you think about it. The system was designed to hold my company inside one of the bedrooms, and then when COVID hit and things got a little crowded because my kid was in the house and everything else, it just didn't make sense. With schooling and my meetings and everything, it was just super crowded. So here's a closer shot from the front yard. There's 9 panels here, and whatever 27 minus 9 is, the remainder of the panels. Not a lot of stuff grows out here, so we have a lot of cactus stuff. These roses seem to be doing well, but everything else is just kind of barely alive. So nothing's really coming with us from the front of the house. You guys already saw the garage, like a bomb exploded in there. And then basically the only stuff that's left is stuff on the side of the house here. So let me turn this around this way. We're not taking any of our plants with us. We may take this flower box, just because, if we want to plant something over there and have it, so be it. One of the things that we did do a lot of effort on in this house was we replaced the air conditioning. So the previous air conditioner was super small, and once it turned on in March or April, because it gets warm here really quick in the year, it was on until November, essentially, straight on, never turned off. So this guy now runs for about 10-15 minutes, you know, every hour or two, and it turns the house. In fact, there it goes. It turns the house into a refrigerator really fast. So that's new. This pool pump here is new. I replaced that a year ago with a variable speed pump in accordance to California state law. You have to have a variable speed pump to meet energy requirements. So there's that. The gas heater, which is essentially a turbine jet engine. At least it sounds like, you know, a jet's taking off when it turns on. And of course, spa and pool. I wish I could take them, but they are going to stay. The only thing we're taking is that little table over there and the barbecues. And then, of course, this stuff, we're going to deflate it and see if we're going to throw it away or whatever. Not much here. Also, there's no panels on this side because this is the north side of the house. And there's no point in putting panels on the north side because the entire winter you'll have, you know, the sun is essentially over there in the wintertime. So there's no point. Wow, that air coming off of that air conditioner is very hot. The solar control panel and inverter and battery breakers, all of that stuff obviously staying, but just thought I'd show it to you guys. And again, the empty parking spot. It really does bum me out a little bit that the situation went the way it did. You know, there was I obviously had an emotional attachment to the car because in some ways the car was my confidant. You know, when I had problems or when I needed somebody to listen to me without talking, I would just talk inside the car. And at the end of that, I'd feel better. So I don't know if you guys have any, you know, emotional attachments to inanimate objects, but I always feel like something on some level has feelings. Like I know that car has feelings, and, you know, I know that some of these boxes, even though this one's not feeling too good, I still feel like it might be hurt. So I need to fix that. And, you know, maybe it's a weird personality trait, but nevertheless, I'm a transparent guy, so I share that with you guys. I think that's about it. I'm gonna get back to you know, sorting out the shelves over there and trying to arrange this stuff in some ways that it makes sense for tomorrow. And I think there might be one last video when this house is empty, but I don't know. I don't think so, because from here the movers are going to go directly to the office in the Valencia Business Park. That's about 3 miles away. And from there, we may come back and clean, or we may just, you know, say sayonara and move on. We are staying in Valencia for the night, but because our house is going to be empty, furniture disassembled and gone, actually, we're just going to check into a hotel for the night and rest and sleep as much as we can, and then bail out as early as possible, hopefully around 7 or 8 o'clock, before that fireball in the sky turns into an inferno. I think it is supposed to be over 100 degrees here, so hopefully we're across the state lines and into potentially higher heat. But yeah, that's it. You know, I'm getting emotional just sitting here thinking about, you know, memories and stuff like that you know, we built in this house. So I'm gonna leave it off there. I thank you guys for supporting us and watching the channel, and, you know, and keeping up with our endeavors. I'm glad that I was able to give the car back to GM, to Chevy on Friday, and I'm glad that there is potentially a shot that there will be a Bolt EUV, a 2022 Bolt EUV will be waiting for me in North Carolina, which is, you know, about an hour away from my new home. So I think it's outside of Charlotte. So, and we're going to South Carolina. So I'll shoot as much as I can. I'll update you guys. There'll probably be, you know, some short videos, maybe a couple minutes long, just updating, you know, on the events of the trip. And then from there, we just, you know, do what we got to do. It'll be a long drive, but it'll be, you know, fun. We'll make it as fun as possible. We'll see if we can stop by the Grand Canyon and, you know, maybe we'll stop by the giant thermometer or the giant ball of yarn. I know there's a bunch of stuff on the way that we can look at, so we'll see what I can share. In the meantime, again, thank you guys for watching. Go down in the comments, ask your questions, leave me your thoughts, and until next time, thank you so much for always being there, and more than anything, thank you for watching. Have a great rest of the weekend and a better week ahead.